The following is a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.
Is Jesus your Lord and Savior?
No.
Mike Pence? He's not?
Is Jesus or Mike Pence? Mike Pence is definitely not my Lord and Savior.
Yeah, Mike Pence is running for president. Good luck. Pat Robertson died. We found out just about a half an hour ago. He was 93.
Okay.
You want to get uncomfortable?
No. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you texted me this morning and said this. I've got mixed emotions.
Come on, Pat Robertson, the 9/11 was because of the gays. I mean, he put those two things together.
Yeah.
That's enough. I'm
always a little leery of anyone that says God did this because.
Yes. Oh, that's so much better.
You can prophesize all you want, but whenever a televangelist says God did this because of this, unless it's written in the Bible that God did this because of.
Well, and then you're quoting. See, to me, there's a difference.
Quoting scripture and gospel for the people that were there. I mean, what's in the Bible is the Bible for me, and I read it literal word for word. But when Pat Robertson's sitting there saying that this happened because of this, he doesn't know why something happened.
Yeah, but people want to.
I thought he was great because whenever he started talking about sexuality and stuff on the 700 Club, it was like trying to hear your grandpa tell you about the good old days. And it was because you knew he was going to say something that was going to go, it was going to be a little uncomfortable.
He's got that. Mike Pence did that last night. Mike Pence equated gender-affirming surgeries and medicine to getting a tattoo.
Oh, my.
He's like, just wait. You don't really know, till you're 18. It's just like getting a tattoo. And it had that, forget the statement. It had that Pat Robertson feel. It was like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, just you're making me uncomfortable because you're talking about things that whether you know about them or not, you just don't talk about them.
Mike Pence is a weird dude. I thought he was great for the debates just because he was so different than Trump.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy that.
And because he's just so.
It's going to make.
I mean, he looks like he's made out of rock. I mean, the dude doesn't move.
I watched that last night.
I mean, I've never seen him get angry.
That's what it is. It's just there's definitely he's animated. I mean, he's not like what we call flat affect, but it doesn't look human.
No, he's a robot. He's one of those dudes where if you could pick like 10 people that you think are aliens, Mike Pence is one of them. I'm just telling you because I was like. I'm not saying I don't like the guy. I'm just I appreciate the fact that him pushing his religious faith. That's great. The one thing about Pat Robertson is interesting because he did create the first ever global Christian broadcast.
I mean, that's fine.
I think he did some great things.
Absolutely.
He did really engage religion into politics from the GOP standpoint, which I thought was really good because I think it's important that because everything's intertwined. I know a lot of people want to separate those two, but you really can't because it's law. There's laws in both, but yeah, he prophesized a lot of things. He also said Mitt Romney was going to win the election, which and again he's not Nostradamus, but someone said, "Well, how do you know that?" And he's like, "God told me." And I'm like, "Okay, that's a little senility."
But that's when you go
senility. That's when you just kind of oh, Grandpa, you nut. You crazy man.
I was gonna say a little more ego and sort of power hubris, but you're saying he was becoming senile.
Yeah, he was 93.
So he really thought God, like he really thought.
But at that point, you're kind of like, oh, Pat, But sometimes I'd fall on because like most people, I start at number 2 and go down to find out what's on TV. And so sometimes I'd see the 700 Club. I just check in to see what he was going to say, and he'd be on there with that gal, and they'd be talking about adultery or something. I don't know. And I'd be going,
it's like, yeah.
It was great. It was great. It was great television.
May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my 93-year-old friend. And I know a lot of people down here in the South loved him. He was something else. Birthdays today. Kanye West. He'd be kind of quiet. He must be on his meds again, huh? He's taking his bipolar meds.
I am so glad you said that.
I hadn't heard a word from him about a year.
That's right. He's probably stabilized.
He probably is, right?
Good. I think his shoes just came back. What is he, 50?
He's 46.
Okay.
Boz Scaggs. You know Boz Scaggs from Canton, Ohio? Home of the Hall of Fame football.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's 75.
79.
79.
And I should know this because I'm a patriot. I didn't realize Joe Biden had a daughter. She turns 42 today. Do you know what her name is?
No.
We're so entrenched in Joe's life. And, of course, the son he lost, sadly.
That's right. Sorry. Right.
We're so...
This is like...
He's got a daughter. No one knows about his daughter.
It's the who never made the thing. It's the Jackson who never...
She's the Tito of the Biden family.
How old is she?
She's 42.
What's her name?
Ashley.
That's pretty... He's 80.
Did you know?
No.
When I saw that, I was like, Biden. What do I know?
But is that...
Biden. Oh, that's Joe Biden. And it's his youngest daughter. She's 42 today. She does a lot of she has some line of something or other, and she makes money and she gives it to it's some clothing line or something, and she does that and then she gives the money to charity.
You see,
she looks like Joe Biden. She looks like her mom.
Did you see Joe Fell?
Oh yeah, I saw Joe Fell. This is totally different. So, dude, I know that
I love coming on.
I know that I don't care if people think this is old or not. The FDR documentary on the History Channel, dude, was so flipping good.
Yeah,
there's some shows, and I've been getting a lot of history stuff lately, and maybe it's because I'm getting older, and it's just great television. It's great television. You can take your Bachelorette crap and your Big Brother garbage, and there's nothing to it. But at least this is good television, and you learn something. Okay. The FDR thing, man, though, dude got nominated for 4 straight presidentials. Of course, he died in 45. But you want to talk about a guy who went through hell with his legs? Yeah. I mean, it was. If you get and it's a 6-hour documentary, you can chop it up. If you get a chance to watch the FDR thing,
you've changed.
And D-Day was just yesterday.
Just think about Tony Kurre in 1998 or whatever you want to call it.
I don't know if it's good or not. I really don't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening.
You got your reading glasses on your phone, and you're talking about FDR. All right, drop an F-bomb just so people don't lose faith.
Yeah. F you.
There you go.
Ashley Biden turns 42 today. Today is Ghostbusters Day. 39 years ago today, Ghostbusters was released. There's still nothing better than the original movie.
Yeah.
You know, although I used to love that Ray Parker Jr. song, and I heard it the other day, and I was like, that is a piece of shit. That is the worst song. That Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters, that is the worst song. I heard it, and I thought, oh, Ghostbusters, dun 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 dun. That is the worst song I think ever made. And that was huge. I remember, and when it came out, I loved it.
Yeah.
But that is a horrible song.
No, it's not the worst song ever made, but it's pretty close.
I'll listen to Jack and Joel over that thing.
No, that was...
A woman needs love just like you do. I'll listen to that Ray Parker Jr. all day long.
Yeah.
When he was with the radio, he's good. But man, that is a horrible song.
It's horrible.
Today is National Best Friends Day.
Look at that.
My good friend will love you.
Is it really Best Friends Day?
Today is National Best Friends Day. Dude.
That's nice.
Today is also National Brain Tumor Awareness Day.
Oh, jeez. You have a brain tumor? You okay? I don't have one. I did have a lot of skin cancer removed the other day.
Whatever God wants to do.
Wear your sunscreen.
And today is World Ocean Day.
Oh.
Yeah, they had some guy on the Weather Channel this morning because I watched that too. Talking about cleaning up our oceans.
Man, wear your socks.
I'm gonna be. You see,
you're gonna. Once you hit 60, it's all gonna come together. Like, cause then
I don't know if I can wait another 3 years.
No, you're already leaning into 60. It's just
50 to 60 has been. 50 to 57 has been enough.
Yes,
it has been life changing. So last night, you know what happened down at Protective Stadium?
We had soccer.
18,418 people showed up, a record crowd there for that young little station for the U.S. Open quarterfinals between Birmingham Legion and Inter Miami CF. So a lot of people are saying, equating this would be like the Chicago White Sox coming in town to play the Birmingham Barons. And Birmingham Legion only lost 1-0, which was great. And I did a show with Kiefer and Kurre, Kip Kiefer and Tony Kurre.
Did you actually talk about it?
We actually talked about the difference between soccer and hockey, and it's definitive because people have been talking about this for years. And I said the biggest part is hockey fans could care less whether you like hockey. Soccer fans are always trying to tell us how great it is, and they're trying to force it down our throats. And of course, when someone keeps saying you should try this, it tastes really good, you're going to love it, we don't want to try it. But when we try it on our own, it's delicious, right? It's just like a woman or a man, and I'll use both sides. When a woman keeps telling you why you need to date her and how great she is, there's no chase. But if she blows you off like a hockey fan, I don't care if you like me or not, then we want to go out with that person. So, I can analogize everything with a relationship. So they win 1-0 last night, Inter Miami CF.
Yeah.
And then we find out that Lionel Messi
Oh, yeah, that's right.
is going to be playing for Inter Miami CF next season. And, of course, a lot of people
I thought he was done. They're never done.
Now, how old is he? And listen, I know there's been other famous stars going to play for the LA Galaxy or whatever. So, but I mean, it is pretty amazing to see a guy that's won like 12 national championships. I don't know how many FIFAs or whatever they're called, but he's one of the most decorated
really
soccer.
Good. He's a good soccer
player. He's Pele times 10.
No, bite your tongue.
But Lionel, David Beckham, of course, came to the United States. But Lionel Messi,
him
in Miami.
I mean, that's just. I'm trying to think.
Come on, baby! It's gonna be on in Miami.
I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously, you could go to New York, you could go to L.A.
Lionel Messi in Miami is going to be an absolute mess.
Awesome.
It's awesome. It's going to be mess. But I mean, I was watching Stephen A. Smith. He's like, "Please, Miami, win one more game so we can have Game 6 down here," because he loves Miami. But he says that even reporters that go down there to do stories, it messes your brain up down there. Yeah. It is hard not to get in the Miami culture.
That's right.
And I went down there. I had a chance to take a job down there about 15 years ago. We just got my oldest son, Santa, just turned 18 and graduated. And I had a chance to go to Miami to work. And I had a job offer down there, unbeknownst to Cumulus and Jocks and all those people I was working with. And I never brought it up because I didn't take I couldn't do it.
Right.
I spent 3 days down there, and I was like, you can't raise a child in Miami. I mean, you can't. You can, but you can't. It is Vegas times 20, and it's wide open. If you want it to be, again, you can go to Vegas and keep it.
I was just going to say, obviously, there's
you can get as crazy as you want,
but it's South Beach. Yes,
dude,
it's tropical vacation. It is. I mean, that's what it is.
It's just I think I got a friend of mine who's a pharmaceutical rep, and he goes down there a couple times a year, and he sends me these pictures, and I think they're postcards. They ain't postcards. Nope. It's just like.
Why do you think Pat Riley went there? Think about Pat Riley. Pat Riley plays for the Lakers, is coaching the Lakers, then he goes to New York, and I think it's so funny. Where does he end up? He ends up in Miami. I mean,
all old people do.
Well, yeah.
He's been part of
25%
of every
as
NBA
a player,
championship.
coach,
Isn't
and
that crazy?
I love Pat.
1 and 4. I do too. Lionel Messi. And again, I don't know where he's at in his career. I don't follow soccer, but a lot of people are saying, will we start watching soccer more because Lionel Messi's in Miami?
Yeah, I do. I think so. Well, it depends where you are. Like where we are, there is a deep, dedicated cohort of soccer fans. But we don't live in our state in soccer world. Mm-hmm. But that's because we're playing up against football. But go talk to the soccer fans. Talk to the kids who play soccer. We have some amazing. Me and Ham came from Alabama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we clearly and part of it is we have protective there. But go to it like LA Galaxy. Go to soccer in LA. Professional, it's amazing.
No, I was in Atlanta and Atlanta United. They're huge.
Yeah,
and
you should really.
They had 18,000 people.
Watch more soccer. It's an amazing game, Tony.
I tell you,
it's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful.
Aldo Greco used to always say, "It's not the scoring; it's the opportunity to score," which is crazy. I mean, I was watching the NHL hockey the other night, and they scored 9 goals. I'm like, I can watch that, and it's smaller, it's more action packed. The funny thing is, I know we've talked about this a million times, but this whole extra time thing, we are so the Philadelphia series, the one where what's his face hits the shot, White hits the shot with 1/10 of a second. There were 3.6 seconds left, or whatever, or 2.2 seconds, and they put 0.6 of a second back on the clock. Had they not done that, that shot's no good, right?
Right.
After Smart misses the 3, and so. We are so, we stop, every game, it doesn't matter what game it is, we stop it to make sure the clock is right.
That's right.
And down to the 10th of a second.
Right.
In the NBA, NCAA basketball, it's to the point where it's a joke. I mean, the last possession, we're going to go to the clock, and we're going to make sure that the clock is right. We always add more time. Soccer, there's one dude in black shorts who says 7 extra minutes. 7 extra minutes. And he didn't even say how many extra minutes. So we don't even know how many. Sometimes they have a board that says how many extra minutes. But he's keeping track on a piece of paper with a pen. And he's like, he fell down 2. Let's carry the 1. Let's go 12 extra minutes. I'm like, huh?
It's part of the game.
And so you got guys holding the ball over their heads and throw it in, and they think it's getting close, and they're waiting, and they're acting like they can't find anybody, and there's no time limit on when you can throw the ball in.
That's right.
You got guys kicking it out, and they're kind of fumbling around. It's the same as a guy laying on a guy after a tackle, and the clock's running, because the clock never stops for 80 minutes. And I'm going to myself, I'm thinking to myself,
part of the game.
And so some dude, I forget who it is, some soccer fan, wrote this the other day. He said, if you added 3 additional minutes to every soccer game ever played, from your boy playing at Herdmont Park all the way to Lionel Messi playing for Miami, it wouldn't have changed one score in the history of soccer. He said, so who cares? You're adding 3 more minutes. The score would not change because that's how. And so, I got on, I was trying to do some prep for this Kiefer and Kurre thing, which, by the way, you can hear on the Tony Kurre Radio Podcast. Search Tony Kurre Radio Podcast, Kurre with a K. We're available on every major industry. And listen to the Kiefer and Kurre show. It's really funny. And you can hear it on the TKR app. So we were talking about, the whole idea. And one of the reasons I think that I do like soccer to an extent was because, first of all, when you start winning, people will start following you. And I think the women's U.S. team was just plain badass. Yeah. You had Megan Rapinoe, who was flipping her nipple on the ESPYs, and she's LGBTQ. And you had Hope Solo driving her kids around drunk in the car. You had Brandy Chastain ripping her top off. We love badass. We love badass women. Yeah. And so they got me kind of interested in it. And then, of course, the men just suck. And even in the Olympics, the women did pretty good. So I don't know. We don't like things we didn't create. We love the coronation, the monarchy. It's so cool. Oh, it's Tuesday, and then we forget about it. No one's talking about Prince Charles until he dies. Right. No one cares. Right. We love TikTok. It's a Chinese thing. We love little things. We latch on. Right. We hop on. And soccer is one of those things where I'll watch it every 4 years because of the Olympics, because I'm a patriot. We have our own thing. We have our own thing, and I think that's the thing. To me, it is the most fascinating thing about our culture. And if you think about it, we are the country that's the melting pot, right? Yeah. Everybody's right. Okay. And yet, as a country, not in little pockets, as a country, we're one of the only, we might be the only country that is not bought in the way the world is. Yeah. It just cracks me up. Well, it's because it's the most popular sport in the world. Well, and the reason why we haven't is because we have this thing called college and professional football.
But that's what's so. But most people in the world don't care about our thing.
Oh, I know, and we don't care about their thing.
But their thing is everybody's thing. Yeah. Which is, again, it fits our culture. Yeah.
And we're trying to make the National Football League everyone's thing. And whenever they play in Ireland or they play in London, what happens?
It's novel. But if you ask, this is super interesting. You don't have to answer the question. It's enough. If you said, okay, you're going to bring an NFL team to Ireland,
it's going to happen. Mexico City is
fine. That's great. It ain't going to replace soccer.
No. Much like soccer is not going to replace the NFL here.
Yeah, but it ain't going to replace it. I actually think basketball's got a better, not replacing, basketball's got a much greater popularity globally than American football does.
Globally, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It just,
But only because you have a lot more global players.
You know how you feel about soccer? Yeah. That's how I feel. I hate baseball. But you know why I hate baseball? Because it's almost the same reason that you don't like soccer. I feel the same way about baseball. Baseball is boring.
You haven't watched this year, have you?
No, I've been watching. I love to watch the highlights.
They're 40 minutes shorter.
No, I know. It's not the length of the game.
Dude, if you show up late for a baseball game now, you used to have another 3 hours.
I know, it's not the length of the game. Yeah. But it's all the nothing that's happening.
But I'm telling you, it's gone.
But it's not happening. if you're batting, if you're hitting 30% of the balls, you're doing great.
Well,
that's boring.
You're the Miami Heat from 3-point land.
That's boring.
You're Miami Heat from 3-point land.
Yeah, but
it's the same damn thing.
No.
It's the same damn thing.
No. Dude, in basketball, there's scores of 100. What's the score in a baseball game? 8-2, 12-10. It's boring. But then I have my friends who tell me, my friends who play baseball, it's like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Because it's about the strategy. Yeah. It's about the pitching. It's about the, well, what do you think?
If you like soccer, you should.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'll try to like baseball.
If I spent $600 on a Lionel Messi Miami game and saw a 0-0 score, I'd want my money back.
No, I wouldn't. It's not
but that being said, though, I wouldn't mind seeing him play just one time, just to say I saw him play. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a short break. Coming up on Fox 6, 9:35 this morning, we'll be on with Janice and Mike. We're going to talk about summer love, rebounding.
Did you hear what Jeremy said about Mike's favorite song?
What's that?
Didn't you miss that from Olivia Newton-John?
Oh, yeah.
He loves that song.
Yeah. Summer loving? Yeah, that's the one. That's the quote I had on there.
I know, but Mike loves that song. Please tell me you don't love that song.
Went by so fast. No, it was just it's perfect because what happens in Greece? They're hot and heavy.
Yeah.
Summer happens.
Yeah.
They get back, and what happens? You act like you don't know her.
Yeah.
But
then they drive off.
Then they drive off. Yeah, they drive off.
How does that car stay
Summer
up?
love.
I always wanted to know how the car.
So is rebounding good or bad?
It's bad.
I think it's good.
It's bad. Oh, this is gonna be good. We're gonna take up a lot of time on Fox.
Friends with benefits. I love it.
Oh, you're gonna say that on TV?
Well, I can't because I'm still married.
They're gonna ask me anyway because I'm the psychologist.
All right, we'll talk about it next. Who do we got join us here? Rebecca, Brooke, and Windrisco. No baseball. That's what she's saying.
Sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm 100% honest here. I love highlights.
You know what, though? I don't give a damn that you don't like baseball. And I don't feel like I need to tell you to love baseball because
I didn't play baseball also. I didn't play.
Were you not a Dodgers fan or Giants fan?
I was a Dodgers fan because I lived in L.A.
Yeah.
But it just didn't.
But I tell you something, man, and listen, you can't fight it. There's 18,000 people at Protective Life Stadium.
It was good for us. I'm telling you,
which is more than they had for the UAB first football game. And I'm kind of like, by the way, I'm doing a podcast with Mark Ingram today.
You should.
Oh, I'll get into the other side because we got to take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here.
See, we'll go.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.